here to show everybody what the Holocaust that we're living in looks like.
What does that look like?
Here you go.
Oh, it looks like these innocent children that are getting murdered every single day in our nation.
Here you go.
Oh, you're for abortion, right?
Yeah, to abolish abortion.
We agree with that.
Yes, we do.
That's good.
Well, a lot of people agree with us, but they don't do anything to stop it.
And I presented a
It's like saying,
proposal
I
for a
agree-
ministry with
I
Al
agree
Spittler,
with,
and he rejected
stopping
it.
child trafficking, but that's already illegal, right? See, abortion is made okay, and the church always agrees that abortion is bad, but they don't actually act like it's murder.
And we've had a lot of people, well, me, myself, and my friend Michelle, who have talked with Al Spittler about starting an abortion mill ministry, about going out and saving babies, but he was not receptive. Hello.
We're just really looking for help from the churches,
Hi, George.
And not getting it,
and we're not getting anything.
except opposition, rejection, hostility. Babies were murdered yesterday in Milwaukee,
Or sing a little louder.
No, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. That's
and we don't
what's
act like it.
And we agree with you that it
Our brothers and sisters.
shouldn't be tolerated, but the only way you can stop it legally is by voting, electing.
That's part of
your-
it.
Well,
your
but what?
officials.
Until
what's-
it's criminalized.
Exactly.
See, we've been.
You can protest.
Well, what we've had is 47 years of doing that, and it's gone nowhere. You elect pro-life Republicans, and they actually hinder the efforts to abolish abortion.
Again, you got to do it legally. You know, as God says. You know, in fact, that's our sermon today. We as people must submit to our government authority.
Appointed by God.
Unless they oppose God
Appointed
and His
by
law.
God.
Well,
So they're
that
making
is
it legal to kill babies. So you're saying we should bow down to that?
No.
Oh.
no, absolutely not. But you change legally by the people you vote.
The righteous take the kingdom by force.
So that's the way
How's that
you
work for America?
gotta approach it.
Yeah, 47 years of mass murder and hardly a peep from the
Is
churches.
it voting for Trump?
Pardon?
Is it voting for Trump? Is that going to end it?
Is voting for Trump going to end it? Probably not, because it's
Doesn't
so
so far.
ingrained in our authority. But hopefully, at least Trump is appointing conservative judges that hopefully can overturn it.
They're not going to. We've had 47 years, Reagan, Bush, and they appointed judges that strengthen Roe v. Wade. It's not about overturning Roe v. Wade. We have to defy it.
We need to ignore it because it's null and void. It's not constitutional.
This isn't lawful to murder babies in the
Good
womb.
morning.
We agree with that. We agree with that. But again,
I believe
you
everyone's going to be
cannot
parking
take
in the
the
parking lot.
law into your own hand, because once you take the law into your own hands, you're no better than the ones that are committing the crimes.
Well, this isn't
You
lawful.
do things legally.
We are.
That's right. Protesting is legal.
And so is going out to the local murder mill. How many people from this church were at the murder mill in Milwaukee yesterday, the abortion mill?
The only one open in Wisconsin.
How many were there?
Couldn't tell you.
I can tell you none of them because I was out there. We were out there. And there was plenty of room on that sidewalk. The problem is many Christians say, I believe abortion is murder, but they don't act like people are actually being murdered.
They may not be on the streets or on the sidewalks carrying a sign.
Exactly. They're not doing anything.
That don't mean they're not doing anything. They are looking at it from the voting aspect.
But again, what does voting do? We've been doing this for 47 years.
Your vote is for whoever you believe is going to do the right thing. That's what you vote for. That's what established this country. That is what made it stand for well over 200 years. And if this country is going to continue to exist, it's going to be through the vote.
But you can't just vote. You have to take other action as well, going out to the murder mills, going out to the streets, showing the city her abominations. That's what Ezekiel says, chapter 22. Show the bloody city her abominations. And we're not doing that. We're not going out to the places where our neighbors are being murdered. We're not demanding of the politicians that they defy tyranny and protect the preborn. We're not educating the masses about the fact that abortion is murder, that they're actually murdering people, and we're not living true and undefiled religion. We're letting orphans be murdered, and we know when and where they're being murdered. We know, and we still don't do anything about it. We say we're going to pray and vote, but then we put wicked pro-life politicians in office who don't do anything. They give our tax dollars to Planned Parenthood. President Trump has done that too. He's given a record amount of money to Planned Parenthood, taxpayer dollars, and we give him a pass. And we say that's going to abolish abortion. No, it won't. We've been doing this for 47 years and it's gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere.
I can't disagree with you on what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you got to do it, however we respond to it, it has to be legally.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. We're not even doing it legally.
We've heard atheists say there's no way that Christians believe that abortion is murder, because I don't see Christians on it.
Well,
I've heard that myself. There's no way. Christians don't believe abortion is murder. They don't act like it because they're not in front of the murder mills, the abortion mills. What?
Who's a Christian?
Someone who has repented and trusts in Jesus Christ. And many of those who
You can have plenty of people going to this church or that church or whatever church. Just because they go to a church doesn't make them a Christian.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm all for abolishing.
Great, then stand with us.
Come out to the murder mill on Saturdays, affiliated medical services.
And there's plenty of Planned Parenthoods all across Wisconsin where it's empty. I was out there on a Wednesday. I was the only one out there, and I was being harassed by a man for well over 15 minutes, and I stood my ground and I preached the word and I called out to women who were going in to slaughter their babies. And yeah, I would appreciate anyone from the church or brothers and sisters to stand with us.
The fact that you're out there by yourself, I've been out there by myself for many years at these different murder mills, that just shows that Christians say abortion is murder, but they don't act like it. They don't act like this is a daily emergency situation, like people are actually being massacred. I mean, if they're murdering born people, like these kids, would we act a little differently, or would we just say, I'm going to pray about that and vote for politicians to obey God for me? No, we wouldn't act like that. We'd probably take it more seriously. But somehow, because it's a child in the womb being butchered behind closed doors, out of sight, out of mind, we somehow think, well, praying and voting, that's all I got to do. I don't have to do anything that actually, has any urgency to it. I don't have to come out of my comfort zone. Because that's what people do when they want to be in their comfort zone. They pray and they vote. That doesn't take any effort. It takes effort to go out to the places where these children are being butchered. It takes effort to go out to the streets.
I can't argue that point with you. People, yeah, I agree. People should be out there.
Well, how about you? How about next Saturday? Come out to Affiliated Medical Services in Milwaukee.
Exactly as affiliated.
It's on Farewell Avenue.
1428 North Farwell Avenue. It's across the street from a gas station.
Yeah, where? Here
in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Like I said, there's a lot of Planned Parenthoods. There's one in Green Bay, Madison, Sheboygan, Mequon, Waushara. Hi, Mr. Al Spittler.
I can't believe it. You would destroy worship.
We're not destroying worship.
Your intent is to ruin worship.
No, it isn't.
And you say it's not full of hate?
Are you the pastor here?
Not.
I am, and I'm ashamed of your application.
Are you ashamed about what we're doing to children?
Of you. You should take off your Christ.
Look at this. Look at this, sir. This is happening because of your apathy. You should be ashamed of your apathy, sir.
We're here to call our brothers and sisters to stand with us. We're here to provoke you to action, not anger, sir.
We ask that you leave the driveway open.
We are.
We are.
Stand aside. Don't block traffic.
I'm not blocking anybody.
We're not.
But sir, please come out to the death camp, the Affiliated Medical Services, next Saturday. They're going to be murdering your neighbors. We're not loving our neighbor as herself when we know when and where they're being murdered, and we do nothing to rescue them.
Not to tear down. Not to.
We understand.
All we ask is that you don't disturb this service.
Right. We won't.
We appreciate it.
Well, you should be disturbed. You should be disturbed because this is happening to children every day, and nobody cares. What do you?
What's happening?
Well, but come out to the murder mills and rescue these children. Don't just say, I'm going to pray about that and vote about it.
Yeah, because that's a lot of the response that I'm getting from the pastor and other people that I've tried to come out with me. It wouldn't be that hard just to start the ministry and gather a bunch of brothers and sisters who are like-minded and are in agreement to abolish this. I don't see how that's hate.
A few weeks ago, a number of people went down to Madison.
Yeah.
One time? They're murdering babies every day. That's our response.
Madison
one time.
For where? For what?
Abortion.
Okay.
Just a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Now, do we go out every day? No.
Where did you guys
Why
go?
not?
I did not go. It's down to the Capitol, down in that area. I'm not exactly sure. What you doing to make it, make it known what you're doing? You just don't block service and disrupt.
Well, you should be more concerned about what's happening to your neighbors in the womb than about us blocking the driveway or interrupting your service. You really should consider that.
Yeah, and to reach out to the legislators to exhort them and call them accountable to abolish it, to start bills. Like in Oklahoma, all the abolitionists were down there in February to try to pass Senate Bill 13, and it was thousands of people there gathered. I included, a lot of people here were included.
Yeah, please. Off the driveway.
I'm not blocking anybody.
You are disrupting traffic.
Well, we should be disrupting when we're allowing mass murder to happen. We should be disrupting.
If you continue disrupting the traffic, we may have...
We're not disrupting. They can come in and go freely. We haven't blocked anybody.
Please, off the driveway.
I'm going to offer literature to people. We're not blocking anybody, and you know it. Please consider coming out next Saturday to the affiliated medical services in Milwaukee. Babies are going to be murdered. They need your help. They need your help.
Thanks for doing it, you guys.
Come join us. Don't be ashamed of Jesus Christ. Don't be ashamed.
I gotta go to church.
Well, this is the church right here.
Yeah, I got.
Come join us. I got a sign for you. You want to hold a sign?
Well, let me get my coffee cup.
Okay.